The fourth reason is that fathers impart wisdom and legacy. Fathers will impart wisdom and legacy. Fathers passes on values, lessons, experiences, and spiritual heritage to the children. That is why the wisest man who ever lived, Solomon, said, he urged the children, he said, listen to your father's instruction. Solomon said, listen to your father's instruction, because wisdom can save you years of pain. Fathers leave a legacy. What kind of legacy am I talking about? A legacy of values, a legacy of experiences, wisdom, hard work. Now, you realize that those things I'm talking about, I have never spoken about buildings. Whenever you think of a legacy, it is not about what you leave behind. Hear me carefully. Legacy is not about what you leave behind, but who you leave behind. Legacy is not about what you leave behind. Not about the buildings. It's not about the cars. It's not about the empire you have built. But it's about the who you leave behind. Because the who you leave behind can take care of the what you have left behind. If you can't leave the right who, the what you leave behind will be ruined into pieces. Unfortunately, we have a lot of men and women thinking about what they will leave behind. Most of you who were raised up in Tema environment can retell 20 years ago, 30 years ago, the buildings we saw in Tema, where they were classic buildings, they called them the bungalows, the high-class buildings 30, 40 years ago. Those buildings purchased by the first generation owners. After 30, 40 years, those buildings look like the village houses. They bequeath them to their children. Most of their children live in overseas. They don't like those buildings that their fathers purchased. But 30 years ago, they were the top buildings of TDC at that time. Today, most of those buildings are being sold. But look at the toils of their fathers. And to pay those buildings for the rest of their lives at that time. The children that they bequeath those buildings to have neglected the property. Some of them, within 2-3 years, they would sell them off. Because the children sometimes will be drug addicts and they are on drugs and weed and what have you. And they would sell the property that the fathers, it took them 30 years to buy. So it is not what you leave behind. It is who you leave behind. Because when you leave the right person behind, he can take care of the what you have left behind. So fathers leave a legacy. That is why they must be honored. And so quickly, I will share with you an example